Jai Hind Director Principal Ma'am, Vice Principal Ma'am, dear parents, students, and my dear colleagues. Warm greetings to all of you as we gather once again on this wonderful journey as change makers. It feels great to see you all in the third chapter of the Chronicles of G4 SDGs, that is Goenkans for Sustainable Development Goals. In our previous meetings, we discussed about the first four goals, namely, no poverty, no hunger, good health and well-being, and quality education. We would like to thank you, dear children, for your active participation and enthusiasm, without which we would not have been able to take another step towards a better world. Today, we shall be discussing the next two goals, which is Goal 14 and Goal 15. So without any further ado, I would like to request Miss Anisha Parrier to start today's proceedings with a prayer.
Heavenly Father, I pray you'll be our eyes and watch us where we go, and help us to be wise in times when we don't know. Let this be our prayer when we lose our way. Lead us to the place, guide us with your grace, to a place where we'll be safe. I pray we'll find your light and hold it in our hearts. When stars go out each night, remind us where you are. Let this be our prayer when shadows fill our day. Help us find a place, guide us with your grace. Give us faith so we'll be safe. A world where pain and sorrow is ended, and every heart that's broken will be mended. And we'll remember we are all God's children, reaching out to touch you, reaching to the sky. We ask that life be kind and watch us from above. We hope each soul will find another soul to love. Let this be our prayer, just like every child who needs to find a place. Guide us with your grace. Give us faith so we'll be safe. Needs to find a place. Guide us with your grace. Give us faith so we'll be safe. Amen.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Some people want things to happen. Some wish things would happen. But we Goenkans, we make things happen. Dear children, with immense pride I present to you the Volume 1 of our G4 SDGs newsletter. The G4 SDGs newsletter. We thank each one of you for your enthusiasm and active participation in this noble cause. Each page speaks volume of the effort you have put in to make this project a huge success. Now let us take this initiative a step further by introducing to you the next two goals. Goal 14, Life Below Water, and Goal 15, Life on Land. Now I would like to invite Ms. Sonali Banerjee to acquaint us with Goal 14, which is Life Below Water.
Dear children, would you like to see the oceans like this? Or this? Will you like to see the picture of the oceans like this? Of course not, right? We would definitely like to see the oceans like this. We'll choose the clean and pristine ocean. Healthy oceans and seas are essential to our existence. Over 70% of our planet is covered by ocean, and we rely on them for food, energy, and water. Yet, we have managed to do tremendous damage to these precious resources. So let us look at the UN goal. The UN has taken the initiative to save life below water, and that is UN SDG Goal 14. To conserve and sustainably use the oceans, seas, and marine resources. So let's look at the targets. What are the targets of this Goal 14? The targets include reducing marine pollution, protecting and restoring ecosystem, reducing ocean acidification, sustainable fishing, conservation of coastal and marine areas, and subsidies contributing to overfishing, and increasing the economic benefits for sustainable use of marine resources. Now let's take a closer look at Target 1 of Goal 14. So why are we so concerned about oceans? You must know, children, that oceans absorb about 30% of carbon dioxide produced by humans, reducing the impacts of global warming. Oceans have also absorbed more than 90% of the excess heat in the climate system. But we are polluting the oceans at an alarming rate, children. Carbon emissions from human activities are causing loss. Let's look at the next slide, children. Ocean heat is at record heights, causing widespread marine heat waves. Around the world, 1 million plastic drinking bottles are purchased every minute, while up to 5 trillion single-use plastic bags are used worldwide every year. And all of these, children, you must remember, end up in our oceans. To add to it, we also dispose of our chemical and industrial wastes, radioactive waste, sewage sludge, and all other kinds of waste into the oceans. So what can we do? The most significant way to contribute is to say no to plastics. Let's look at the next slide, children. So we must say no to plastics and use more eco-friendly products and follow the 3R formula. I hope you remember: reduce, reuse, and recycle. Moving on to target 2 of goal 14, that is protect and restore aquatic ecosystem. Now children, according to a Reuters article published in 2015, there are about 228,450 known species living in our oceans, starting from seaweeds to blue whales. And about 2 million species are still uncatalogued. Now let us look at this picture at aquatic ecosystem. As you can see, in the aquatic ecosystem, like any other ecosystem, each creature depends on the other for survival, right? And if we want to save these creatures, we have to reduce our garbage. We have to reduce the number of fishing boats. We need to make our consumption of fish and ocean tourism more sustainable. Let us look at what the third target is. So the third target is reduce ocean acidification. Over the recent years, children, human activities such as burning of fossil fuels have increased the amount of carbon dioxide gas emitted to the atmosphere and the amount that dissolves in the ocean too. Now, so much carbon dioxide has been absorbed by the ocean that the chemistry of seawater is changing, causing the ocean to become more acidic. So, to solve this problem, we have a few ways. Let's encourage cultivation of seaweed. Look at artificial fertilization of phytoplanktons. Reduce the CO2 emission on land. And yes, we have to stop deforestation. Looking at target 4 of goal 14, according to the United Nations, 17% of fish stocks worldwide are currently overexploited, 52% are fully exploited, and 7% are depleted. This means that only an estimated 20% of worldwide fish stocks are not already at or above their capacity. Approximately 90% of fish stocks are large predatory fish that are already gone, as overfishing has disappropriately targeted the largest fish at the top of the food chain. Right? And children, we understand that if fisheries collapse, it will impact more than 3 million people. 3 million people, dear children, who depend on marine and coastal diversity for their survival. So let's look at the solutions. Setting up of protected areas in the ocean is an effort to help reduce the effects of overfishing on some of the world's most incredible reefs and marine structures. Now, when you go to a departmental store to buy seafood, please look at the label which says certified sustainable seafood. That way, we will help in saving the environment and the ocean. In order to solve the problem of overfishing, it is also essential that the practice of trawling must be stopped at the earliest. Scraping the floor of the water body to catch fish is certainly a very bad practice. Let's look at the next slide where you can see the picture of the departmental store label that I spoke about, which says certified sustainable seafood. We have to stop trawling and we have to encourage responsible farming. When done correctly, farming fish can lead to a sustainable way of providing food and resources to the global population. Children, we can live a healthy life if we keep our oceans healthy. So, dear children, let's save our oceans. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sonali ma'am, for sensitizing us towards the protection of marine life. Dear children, a flourishing life on land is the foundation of our life on this planet. Goal 15 focuses on promoting sustainable use of our ecosystems and preserving biodiversity. And to speak on this topic, we have Ms. Sushmita Chetri.
A very good afternoon, dear children. These SDG number 15 is concerned with land management, protection, restoration, and promotion of the sustainable use of terrestrial ecosystems, sustainable management of our forest, reversing land degradation, and halting biodiversity loss. Our world is home to countless life forms, right from the giant sequoia trees of California to the humble bumblebees. And it's important that we protect their diverse ecosystems so that future generations can benefit from their natural gifts, just like us. Life has thrived on Earth for millions of years because, in a healthy and diverse ecosystem, all the different kinds of living things take care of each other. Trees strive to grow tall so that they have the best chance of soaking up the sun's rays. Insects seek shelter within their trunks where they can raise their young ones in safety. And animals like squirrels rely on trees for food. But ecosystems can easily be disrupted. For example, if a logging company cleans a piece of land to sell trees to furniture makers for a profit, the countless life forms that previously lived in them or used them for safety or food are left without a safe environment in which they live. But good people everywhere are working hard to safeguard life on land. They are protecting endangered animals like the white rhino from hunters by creating laws that make poaching illegal. They are planting millions of trees so that landscapes stripped by logging companies can once again grow into ecosystems that all life can enjoy. And indigenous people are sharing their ancient knowledge so that everyone can learn how to grow better crops so that no one goes hungry. Children, we all can play a part in creating a clean and healthy future for everyone and everything on the planet for a million more years to come. Dear children, now let's look at few facts and figures. 60% of the world's ecosystem have been degraded over the past 50 years, and we continue devaluing our natural resources at an alarming rate. Forests cover 31% of the land area on our planet. They provide vital oxygen and provide homes for people and wildlife. Many of the world's most threatened and endangered animals live in forests. 1.6 billion people rely on benefits forests offer, including food, fresh water, clothing, and traditional medicines, shelter. But forests around the world are under threat from deforestation, despite the fact that deforestation is slowing down. We are losing 18.7 million acres of forest annually, the equivalent of 27 football fields every minute. Forests play a critical role in mitigating climate change because they act as a carbon sink. It is estimated that 15% of all greenhouse gases emissions are the result of deforestation. Research says 10,000 species go extinct each year. The planet has lost 52% of its biodiversity. We have lost 39% of terrestrial wildlife. Now, children, let us look at the SDG targets of Goal 15. Goal 15 specially focuses to preserve diverse forms of life on land and restore and promote the conservation and sustainable use of terrestrial and other ecosystems. To achieve these goals, 9 targets have been defined. As you can see, they focus specifically on managing forests sustainably, restoring degraded lands, and successfully combating desertification, reducing degraded natural habitats, and ending biodiversity loss. So children, let us look at our roles in supporting goal 15 and 14. Children, recycling old things like socks, bottles, clothes to make creatures underwater and on land, making models of various habitats to create awareness of the ideal surrounding needed by a variety of animals and plants to survive, cleaning water bodies and creating awareness in society for the same, creating awareness for less pollution on land from fuels like petrol, diesel. This can be done by promoting less use of vehicles and pooling vehicles whenever possible. Following 5 Rs, they are reduce, reuse, recycle, refuse, and repurpose. And the last role of ours is to organizing awareness programs like GMAN, which is a social propaganda on reducing pollution on land and in water. So through these activities, children, we can play a very vital role in supporting goal 14 and 15. Thank you so much, children.
Thank you, Shushmita ma'am. Next, we have a short activity for you, dear children. It's an online puzzle. So for that, I would like you all to quickly go to your WhatsApp window. Your class teachers have sent you an online jigsaw puzzle link. Kindly click on the link and solve the jigsaw puzzle. You can select the difficulty level by clicking on the Play As drop-down icon. My suggestion would be to choose 24 out of the many options given there. You also have to take a screenshot of the completed puzzle like you did the last time and send it to your class teacher. I hope you all enjoy doing it. Thank you, dear children, for participating in the short yet fun activity. What we now have for you is the presentation of the art gallery, which is abundant with the good works you all have done. Titli ma'am, for sharing the art gallery with us. Children, we have now come to the end of today's meeting. Thank you, dear students, for attending today's event and patiently listening to us. We look forward to your active participation in Goal 14 and 15 and also in the various projects that we are going to take up in the future. Let's pledge and work together to make this world a better place for each and every person in and around us. Thank you once again. You can now press the hang up button and exit from the meeting. Thank you.